court in Myanmar has sentenced the ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi to another 3 years in prison for alleged election fraud. Her lawyers say the sentence includes hard labour for the 77-year-old. Ms. Suu Kyi has been detained since her government was ousted in a coup in February last year. She's already been sentenced to 17 years in prison for various offences, including corruption and incitement. Meanwhile, the UK's former ambassador to Myanmar, Vicky Bowman, and her husband, the renowned artist and dissident Kay Lin, were sentenced to 1 year in prison each for violating immigration laws. The authorities say Ms. Bowman, a long-term resident of Myanmar, had given false information about where she was living. Analysts say the convictions of the couple may be an act of retaliation after the UK imposed new sanctions on businesses in Myanmar with ties to the military.
Tonight, there is nothing in the pipeline from Russia. Today, Russia's state-owned gas producer Gazprom announced a complete halt to the flow of natural gas through that key Nordstream 1 pipeline to Germany. The company saying that it has discovered leaks in a turbine. Now, the route was temporarily closed this week for what Russia called maintenance work. Now, Russia says more work needs to be done. Germany is still reliant on Russian natural gas and accuses Moscow of cutting deliveries to retaliate for Western economic sanctions.
This $1.1 billion arms package is simply the biggest arms sales from the United States to Taiwan under the Biden administration. And it will include up to 60 anti-ship missiles, about $85 million worth of them, about 100 air-to-air missiles for about $355 million. But the biggest chunk of that arms sale will be more than $665 million in support to Taiwan's surveillance radar program.
And meanwhile, there is late word from the French energy minister that the government will absorb some increases of the price of electricity. The comments come out of a meeting of key ministers today at the Élysée Palace, convened by President Macron to address Europe's energy crisis. The energy minister went on to say that gas deliveries from Russia were at their lowest level and that the state-owned utility EDF would restart dozens of nuclear reactors for the winter that are currently shut down.
German airlines carrier Lufthansa has said that it is cancelling almost all passenger and cargo flights on Friday due to the planned strike action by the pilots. The airline said that the flights will be cancelled from its two biggest hubs, Frankfurt and Munich. A union representing Lufthansa pilots said early on Thursday that they will stage a walkout after demands for a pay increase were rejected by the management. Lufthansa said that some 800 flights would be cancelled, affecting many travelers returning at the end of the summer vacation.
This is the first aircraft carrier to be made in India. The INS Vikrant, whose name is the Sanskrit word for powerful or courageous. After 17 years of construction and tests, the warship joined the Navy with great pomp and ceremony. This is India's second aircraft carrier to be put to sea, in a significant expansion of its naval presence. It's also its biggest vessel. It can carry 1,600 crew members and 30 aircraft. It costs more than $2.5 billion. Most components came from local vendors.
South Korea is gearing up for a super typhoon Hinnamnor, with the Central Disaster and Safety Agency raising their country's crisis alert level to 1. President Yoon Suk-yeol has also ordered the safety minister to prepare for the highest level of typhoon response. Typhoon Hinnamnor is speeding up its course to the Korean peninsula. In fact, with the typhoon just around the corner, Jeju Island is seeing heavy downpours, and a strong wind warning has been issued for the entire region. The island is forecast to see up to 600 millimeters of rain because of the typhoon. Hinnamnor is then forecast to make a landfall and hit Tongyeong City on the southern coast of South Korea at around 9 a.m. on Tuesday.